Welcome back to History, Horrors, and Haunts. I'm Grim Jim, the Underteller. I don't bury the dead. I tell the stories the living forgot. My assistant and loyal servant Morty Grimsnatch, short for Mortimer, will explain. Take it away, Morty.
In the year 1676, the world was very different. People feared disease. They feared war. They feared sin. But above all, many feared the devil, not as a symbol, not as a story, but as a real enemy, waiting in the shadows. And inside a convent in Palma di Montechiaro, Sicily, one young nun was said to be locked in a spiritual battle that no one around her could fully understand. Her religious name was Sister Maria Crocifissa della Concezione. But before she entered the convent, she was born Isabella Tomasi, a young woman from a noble Sicilian family. She entered religious life at a young age, in a place filled with prayer, silence, and strict devotion. To the outside world, the convent may have seemed peaceful, with its stone walls, candlelight, chants rising through the halls, nuns moving quietly from prayer to work, from work to prayer. But according to the old story, Sister Maria was not at peace. She believed she was being tormented, tempted, attacked by evil forces. And then came the morning that made her name a mystery for centuries. It was August 11, 1676. The other nuns found Sister Maria in her cell. She was reportedly sitting on the floor. Her face was stained with ink. An inkwell was nearby. And in her hand was a letter written in a strange, unknown script. It did not look like ordinary Italian. It did not look like Latin. It looked like a secret alphabet. A message from somewhere dark. When the nuns asked what had happened, Sister Maria gave an answer that chilled them. She said the devil had taken control of her hand. She claimed the letter had been penned by Satan himself, in a bid to get her to turn away from God towards evil. According to the story, the devil wanted her to sign it. But Sister Maria refused. Instead of signing her name, she wrote near the writing, one small Italian word, Ohimè. It means something like, alas, or, woe is me. Not a signature, not an agreement, but a cry of distress. A desperate mark of resistance. And then came the question no one could answer. What did the letter say? For years, people tried to read it, priests, scholars, curious minds. No one could break it. The symbols seemed to belong to no single language. Some looked familiar. Others looked invented. It was as if the letter had been built from fragments of different worlds. A little Latin. A little Greek. A little Arabic. Maybe other languages too. But no clear meaning. No easy key. And so the letter became a legend. A nun. A terrifying claim. And a message no one could read. The story survived long after Sister Maria died. The letter remained preserved, and with it came the same question. Was this truly a demonic message? Was it a hoax? Was it the product of a troubled mind? Or was Sister Maria doing something far more human, creating a code from the languages and religious fears that surrounded her? For more than 300 years, the mystery waited. Then, in modern times, researchers took another look. This time, they did not rely only on human eyes. They used code-breaking software. And according to reports, the strange letter finally began to reveal pieces of meaning. Not a perfect translation. Not a complete answer. But enough to make the story even more unsettling. The decoded message reportedly contained dark and rebellious religious language. It questioned God. It challenged the Holy Trinity. It spoke in a tone that sounded angry, confused, and blasphemous. To believers, that may sound exactly like what they feared. To skeptics, it may suggest something else. A young woman under extreme religious pressure. A brilliant mind trapped inside a strict world. A person struggling with fear, guilt, faith, and mental distress. In the 1600s, many things we now understand differently were often explained through demons. Seizures. Mental illness. Trauma. Unusual behavior. Religious visions. A nun who heard voices or wrote strange messages might not have been treated as someone needing medical care. She might have been seen as someone caught between heaven and hell. And that is what makes this story so haunting. Not just the possibility of the supernatural, but the possibility that Sister Maria was suffering in a way no one around her could name. Inside that convent cell, something happened. Maybe it was spiritual. Maybe psychological. Maybe both, depending on what a person believes. But what we know is this: a strange letter was written. It survived for centuries. And the woman connected to it became part of one of Sicily's strangest religious mysteries. The Devil's Letter still sits between history and legend. Too strange to ignore, too incomplete to fully explain, and too powerful to forget. Because sometimes the scariest messages are not the ones written in blood. They are the ones written in ink, by a trembling hand, in a language no one can read. So what was the Devil's Letter? A message from evil? A coded cry from a tormented nun? Or a mystery created by fear, faith, and the human mind? Maybe the answer is hidden somewhere between the lines.
Thank you for watching. My friends of the macabre, if this story stirred something in your soul, be sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell, so you'll never miss the next tale that creeps out from the dark.